So today we're gonna go ahead with the Dating Playbook for Men by John something, I guess. I'm actually not quite sure. I don't actually think it is John. But I also don't want to scroll up because I then going to lose the point where I've stopped there. So yeah, I really hope that you're fine. I really hope that you're healthy and safe and that everything is okay with you and your family and also loved ones. And yeah, we're gonna go through this amazing book, and I hope that it is gonna continue in this great manner as it ended yesterday, for me at least. But yeah, so chapter 3, understanding what women want, or woman. I never actually know that, but I assume that it is women because it wouldn't make any sense to say woman. So it's women probably. So what women want is for you to have a strong masculine presence, be the grounded man, and have the ability to connect with her and make her feel special. Men are the pursuers and women are the selectors. Yes, this is definitely the fucking case, and I have been complaining about it, kind of, just a little bit, but I think that I am not the only one, but yeah, I do believe that I'm definitely not the only one there. Pursuing means approaching and being clear in your intent, initiating interest in her and actively courting through the dating process. If you want to have sex with a woman, do not try and be her friend first. Yeah, good idea. This is incongruent with your true desires and can destroy a relationship. Yes, because I do think I have a slight feeling there that they recognize that and they just see that and they notice that. Oh. I haven't seen that, but you probably have. I know my mother just before, while I was eating, told me like, I built something there, and I thought, well, it's probably the new thing on the balcony. But then I'm looking into the camera and seeing like, well, what's going on there? But yeah, pretty cool thing actually. I don't know in which manner I'm gonna use that. I don't know in which way I'm gonna use that. I am hopefully gonna use it, but yeah, I'm gonna see. It actually looks just more tidied up. What the fuck? But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead. Value creates attraction. For a woman, this is when she feels safe, secure, and provided for. A pretty boy type of guy isn't what she's looking for. She wants a man that can help her get through life easier because life is hard. Emotion versus logical-based attraction. Attraction is an emotional reaction, not a logical one. Highly attractive women are conditioned toward powerful men. Women are attracted to men for their personality and status more than a man's physical looks or money. Even though the thing is, if you're having a lot of money, then maybe you do have a special personality, and maybe on the other hand, you're also having a certain status, in society or in whatever group you are. Then yeah, I don't know. It could be the case. It could also not be the case. I am actually quite unsure about that. But yeah, focus on having fun in all of your social interactions with men and women. When you have an enjoyable social life, dating becomes a natural extension of that, and women want sex just as much as you, if not more. Apparently, we are not seeing that, and apparently it comes across as just not actually kind of being the case. And I would also argue that no, it's not necessarily kind of the case. But I believe in what he's saying. I really do. I don't actually know why, but I really believe in that. So chapter 4, going out and interacting with women. The not so hidden secrets to getting results and fast. Well, the only way to get good at attracting women is to become a massive action taker and gain more experience in the shortest amount of time possible. Ask yourself, if I was gonna die this month, would I regret that I've never took a chance to talk to that woman, do that thing I wanted to do so badly, or even enjoy my life more? And I do have to say, it would totally be the case for me. I am in a kind of weird spot at this point of time in my life, with quite a lot of ups and downs. If this just makes sense to describe how I am just not necessarily feeling, but what is going on. But yeah, it would definitely be the case. Like especially the last one. Do you just regret not having your life enjoyed a little bit more? And I would definitely say, yeah, I would regret that. I definitely will. 3 things to keep in mind when you're out meeting women. Always be taking action, always be leading, and always be having fun. The best place for guys to get the most experience with highly attractive women in the shortest amount of time possible is in bars and clubs because of the high density of attractive women. You grow the most when there is the highest level of fear, so always go for where your fear is. Whatever you are most afraid of, that is where you must go from now on. Consider bars and clubs as training grounds. You need to be going out at a minimum 2 times per week, preferably 3 to 5 times a week. I don't know if this is kind of just if you're able to do so just because of job and well, I just want to say like family. I don't know if you would actually be doing this if you would have a family, but anyway, but also, family could also mean just your mother and father and stuff like that. So the opinion of others will mean less and less to you the more you go out and meet people, especially as you get more results. Simply have a blast and be you and not care about what others think. When you take care of yourself and your life, health-wise and socially, tapping into a high state will come a lot more naturally and easier for you. When you're healthy, your base level state is higher than an unhealthy person's highest level of state. And yeah, I would say so. I mean, you feel different if you're fucking jacked. If you're ripped, shredded, whatever you want to call it. When you're just in really good shape, you feel differently. You feel more confident, I would argue. I'm not necessarily out of experience, but also kind of out of experience. And of course, you're gonna feel good. Of course, you're gonna feel like the baddest motherfucker there is. If you're the baddest motherfucker there is or not, it just doesn't matter. The art of the approach. It is your job to approach and pursue the woman and never expect a woman to approach you. Even if they like you and are showing clear signs of interest, you still lead the way. You don't need any signs of interest to approach a woman. Approach anxiety. This exists because your mind wants to remain safe. Your opening line with a girl does not matter. It is not the move you make, it's the fact you were making moves. The longer you wait to talk to her, the harder it becomes to approach her. For openers, hi, I'm, and then your name. Hi, I'm your name, who are you? Hi, you look like trouble. What the fuck? State what is happening in the present moment and then, hey. Well, I'm talking to you. Hey. Just slightly weird. Hey, I am, and then your name. Oh, I forgot about that. Be more attached to taking action versus the woman's reaction. Be happy you are living in alignment to your values, which are growth, taking action, and self-improvement. 4 simple ways to approach a woman. Verbal opener. Hi, I am your name. Who are you? Raise your hand up like giving a high five and then close his hands and hold for a few seconds. Then let go. Be confident, not too aggressive. Like giving a high five and then close his hands. Like both hands? Well, extend your arm and hand out and reach to grab her hand. Wait for her to comply and allow her to meet you halfway. Just in these times, I don't know if just such a lot of people are gonna do that. Corona and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, wait for her to comply and allow her to meet you halfway. Moving set. Catch up to her and walk either side by side or slightly in front and say, hey, excuse me, pause and wait for her to give you attention. I saw you walking and had to come by and introduce myself. 3 golden rules of approaching. First, and I do kind of believe that this section is a very important section, you must lower your time of reaction. Once you see the girl, you need to get moving and go talk to her. Get in there fast before excuses start popping up in your mind. Something that I always do when I'm just taking a cold shower is counting to 3. Sometimes when I just don't really feel or feel like being in a mood for doing so, I count 1, 2, 3, and then in the meantime I forget about things and then jump into the fucking shower. And I do have to say that and think, maybe, let's say think that the first few times they are going to be difficult. They are going to be strange and they are going to be, indeed difficult. But, big as but, the more you do it, the easier it is going to be. So, yeah, think about that. 3 golden rules of approaching. You must lower your time. Oh, I've read that. Second one, adjust after the initial approach. Learn how to deal with the uncertainty of not knowing what to say after making contact. Don't think about what's the perfect thing to say. Just do something. The third, set the framework of the interactions as a man to a woman, which will reduce the awkwardness of being physical later on. Set it up from the beginning as a man who is interested in her. Choose the bold action over the easier one every damn time. Women want a confident, fun, grounded man to introduce himself to her, be the dream man she so badly wants to meet. There are too many variables on her end that you cannot control. Take control over the only variable you can, which is if you took action. And I would also say like what action, what you're saying, how you're just sounding, your tonality and stuff like that. So it's not only like just doing something, but doing something is the fundamental thing, I would argue. So how to hook any girl's interest so she's chasing you? Most of her impression of you comes from non-verbal behavior rather than verbal communication. Then introduce yourself and tell her where you're coming from or what you're doing. Make an observation about her, noticing what she's wearing, doing, ask where she's from. Which I think just makes sense. Be generally curious about her and what she's doing, which is always a good thing because people like to talk about themselves. Period. Women feel a lot safer with you when they know you don't have an agenda, so engage her emotions. This is when it switches from a friendly situation to a man to woman vibe where she has to decide if she's going to stay or not. Apply social pressure and take a risk. Examples: you're cute, are you single? Yeah, I do think it is a risk. It is a high risk because it could be like, no, I'm not. I have a boyfriend and shit like that. I don't know if they just don't care. I mean, there is, there is some women that do not really give a fuck about the fact that they're actually having a boyfriend. On the other hand, you also can choose like, okay, then it is what it is. Have a nice day or something. You could still be just talking to her, but I don't know, like, in terms of your interest, it wouldn't make that much sense to do so, but it wouldn't, I would say that it is a better thing. It's better to be like, well, okay, then it is fine and stuff like that. So just not just jumping in there. If they really are in a relationship and stuff like that, whether it is working or not working and stuff, I don't know. Like, for me, they're still karma and they're still just being a good person. And I don't really think that this is what a good person should be doing, hitting on people that are in a relationship. But yeah, it is definitely something that we all have to just kind of observe or say or whatever for ourselves. But yeah, this is my opinion. This is when it switches from, so you're cute, are you single? You're not so bad, I kind of like you. Let's go grab coffee or drink over there really quick. Where have you been all of my life? You look just like my ex. This could be trouble. You look just like my ex. Yeah, I see. I don't know if the last one is that good, but I don't know. Like, my intuition says, no, don't say that. But on the other hand, I do have to say that I haven't been approaching that many girls, so I don't know. So how to deal or how to handle her tests? Everything negative, pressure, challenges, it's all an opportunity for man to rise. Kobe Bryant. Remain emotionally unreactive to her tests. But I wonder which tests they're talking about, or he is talking about. How to have a stimulating conversation with any woman. Be the flame and not the mouth, Casanova. Conversation flow structure. Start off with 80-20 and you talk most for the first couple of minutes. Then 50-50 with you and her both talking. Then 80-20 towards her. Maybe juggling between these two ratios. Don't assume that all women are master social creatures. A lot of younger women aren't actually socially good at talking to strangers. The number one frustration women have with men is that they are not listening to them. Yeah. So fucking listen. Be present and be interested in her and set off trying to be interesting. When you're asking questions, keep it relevant and dig deeper into each topic she is giving you. And when it is about work, like what you're working, why you're working it. Do you like your colleagues? Is your boss nice? Have you had just bad boss in your life before? Where have you been working before? Is this your first job? Like, there's many fucking things that you could go from just initially talking about something that's very just surface level like ish, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. When you're asking questions, keep it relevant, blah, 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 blah. You always want to end the conversation on your terms and on a high note. Simply bow out gracefully as the grounded man. I do kind of have thought about it as well. You always want to end the conversation on your terms. When it is about texting, it most often happens to me that it is not me, that I'm just asking and asking and asking, and just, there is going to be a time where it's like, just I'm not going to reply, so the other person is not replying, or just some other shit. How to never run out of things to say. Remember that as a grown man, anything you say has value because it's coming from you. It doesn't matter if other people find it interesting. It just matters that you find it interesting, and then it will become interesting. It is not what you say, but the energy behind how you say it. Role-playing example topics to create a sense of adventure and togetherness or togetherness. Propose getting married and later on divorce her. You're my girlfriend for the rest of the night. Imagine that you can go anywhere in the world where you would go. What if we ran away together? What if we rob a bank together? Could you drive? I do think that these things are amazing, just also because it is fun to do so. And so, yeah, and it definitely is. It's creating some vibes. I also do have to say that. When you ask what do you do, just what's your job and stuff like that, then it could very easily get into a, I want to be your friend fucking just area thing. But if you're like, what if we run away? Could you drive? It's something completely different. It's just not necessarily something that somebody that is willing to be friends with you is gonna say. Pushes. Negative emotions that are good to use to create a challenging vibe. You're so something about her. Interesting or really with a challenging voice and facial expression. Are you seriously boring, immature, socially awkward, insecure about that? I never thought someone would actually do that, something she just did. How does it feel to know you're a horrible dancer, kisser, drinker, etc.? I don't believe you, you're such a liar. But I do have to say, and I do think that the way you're saying it, your tonality really matters there. If you're just really serious and stuff like that, then I don't know. Of course, you can break it afterwards being like, well, yeah, I just really like you or some shit. But yeah. Pulls positive emotions to show your interest in a person. It's good to balance out the negative with positive, yes. Because if it is too fucking positive, then you're feeling like a simp and you're also seeming to be one. I like how you do, you have the most, you really come alive when you really have this great energy about you when you go to phrases when in a group. Ask to be introduced to her friends, ask how they know each other or if they are best friends. What are you guys celebrating tonight? Are you all here to pick up guys? How many numbers have you guys gotten so far? Any good Tinder matches tonight? And what is the troublemaker between the 2 or 3 of you? Who would win in a fight between you two? Statements of empathy to show you understand what she's feeling. Admitting what you're doing is it normal, which makes it okay. If a girl is being rude to you, you have to acknowledge it and know what to say to handle it. If you let her get away with it, she will lose respect for you. Reduce the typical you interview questions. Use statement of observations. You seem to really know what you want out of life. You have a beautiful smile. You seem very open and trustworthy. People and women in general love hearing about themselves. Who does not? Something you can add to the use statements to add spark is to say, you're so amazing and intelligent, too bad you're still in school. I only date professional type of women. Challenging and fun and say with a smirk to feel the tension build up. Contradictory hot cold statements like, you're so cute, that is what I hate about you. You're so cute, I feel good with you, but that makes me nervous. I statements are just sharing stuff about yourself. Use the we adventure. Hey, we should go to Las Vegas. We should run away and get married. We should get drinks and go streaking or whatever. These also seed potential dates. How to have more meaningful conversations for deeper connections. First, go in with stimulating conversations, then balance it out and pepper it with meaningful conversations. And yeah, this is it. The next time we're going to go for how to physically escalate with women. Platonic, dominance, and relationship. But yeah, I'm gonna end the episode there, and now I am probably gonna work out, I assume, and then I'm gonna do something. I do think that timing is quite well today. Even though I just really don't want to work out now, like really don't wanna. But yeah, I know it is what I do, so yeah, anyway. I wish you best health, happiness, and all success, and also hope that you're gonna remind yourself and you're gonna be remembered, which basically means your legacy basically means just being a nice person and then being remembered as a nice person. Which is a pretty cool thing, a pretty nice thing. And then yeah, 3 other questions I don't have you are why are you here, what are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most. These 3 questions hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea. And one last question that I'm having for you is, what could you essentially say to another person that is indeed going to change their life? Because I totally believe in the fact that we all can say something to another person that is indeed going to change their life. So yeah, gonna see you the next time, and then bye bye.